After this brief message, as we follow the golfers around the Mays Landing Country Club. People might know it by another name. What was the old name for it?
The old name was the Atlanta County Opportunity Center.
But you're still providing the same type of services to the community?
Yes, we are. We provide vocational rehabilitation services for disabled clients.
Now, what was the reason that there was a need to have a golf tournament for Career Opportunity Development Incorporated?
Well, it was really two reasons. One of them was for fundraising, and the other reason was for public relations, in that we wanted to have really the public see the clients, know what the clients do, and also to expose them to some of our needs and make them more aware of what we do and who we are.
And I think that's where we want to spend some time. But while we're still talking about the tournament, I want to reiterate that it was so nice to see Charles Barkley here, and he donated his time to the tournament and to working and being with those children.
Yes, he did. It was very generous of him. One of our board members, our attorney, in fact, Greg Muchko, and his wife, Denise, have been avid 76ers fans, and they began contacting Charles, and he has been very generous to donate his time and to come down here today. He's also very active in Special Olympics, so he is aware of the population and their special needs, and obviously today the clients, the program participants, were just ecstatic that he was here and was able to spend some time with them.
Now, Career Opportunity Development Incorporated, a nonprofit organization.
Yes, we are. We are a nonprofit, and we've been in existence for almost 20 years. We've expanded our services. We offer not only vocational rehabilitation services, but we also provide residential services for chronically mentally ill clients of Atlanta County.
Now, where do your clients come from? How do they become involved with your program? Is there an age, or what's this first step?
Okay, the clients normally go through Division of Vocational Rehabilitation as referrals, and primarily they're referred to Division of Vocational Rehabilitation through the school systems. Once they reach graduation from high school and they are identified to DVR, then they are channeled through us for evaluation, situational assessment, work adjustment training, whatever DVR and we decide is their need at that time. We also take referrals from insurance companies, the Veterans Administration, school systems directly, and other social service agencies within the area.
Now, what is the criteria? Once they've been referred to you, do you have a limit as to the number of individuals that you can accept?
We do have a limit of 200 because the facility that's located in Egg Harbor will only hold that 200. What we normally do is that we have a job placement department, and our primary goal is to make the clients ready vocationally to obtain competitive employment. So it's really a revolving door theory where the referrals that we get in, as the clients progress in their treatment plan and their rehabilitative plan, then we move them into competitive employment. We've been very fortunate with that.
And that's such an important goal. I know with Social Security Administration, the disability rules have been improved so that there's work incentives to actually encourage people to go to work. And we've seen in the Atlantic County area a great increase in the number of employers looking for individuals or accepting individuals who have some sort of disability.
Yes, we have been very fortunate. We have a myriad of positions that we have placed our clients in. The casinos have been very helpful in placing our clients, as well as in sending in work for us to do in the workshop, because some of the clients aren't at a point or aren't functioning at a level where we feel that they're ready for competitive employment, so then we become their employer at the workshop. And during that course of time that they're there, we work on situational assessment and vocational needs and treatment plans to get them to a point where they are ready to work competitively.
Now, maybe we should describe what a workshop is, because people have various images in their minds as to what a sheltered workshop, it's sometimes called, or just a plain workshop, or a vocational workshop is. What exactly is the setting, and what type of work do these people do? Okay,
the setting is everyone has a table where they work, and they have a supervisor, they have a counselor, and they come into work just like we would. They all come at a designated time, and they have break times and lunch times just as if it was an employer, and they're expected to follow rules and regulations as far as sick time and holidays. And we bring in work for them to do so that they get paid, so that they have a work, some type of a paycheck that's coming in. Some of the jobs that we do mailings and collating, we do assembly work, a lot of packaging for the casinos and also for not only the casinos but local businesses, the electric company and banks and a lot of the businesses in the area that need assembly work. It can be light fixtures, it can be gift wrapping VCRs for Christmas presents. Pretty much we try and match the level of client with the job. So if it's a lower functioning job that limits us, we can in different steps for the clients, or it can be a complicated job where we would utilize higher functioning clients.
So there are the variety of type of work that's being done right at the workshop.
Yes, and we also, in addition to what we have at the workshop, we also operate two food service training facilities in the Mays Landing Courthouse and the Atlantic County Courthouse, and we also have a janitorial business where we take a crew with a crew leader and we go and we clean offices. And we've just started that in the last year, and it really it's a cushion between the sheltered environment and competitive employment so that it's a natural transition for the individuals that we're training.
So it's step by step. What about, is there any shock to some of the clients who are coming into an employment setting for the first time? Do you have to sit down and talk with them about what the responsibilities might be?
Yes, they have once they're identified as competitive employment material, we have a placement manager, we have a job coach that actually goes in with the client and works with them side by side doing the exact job they're doing. If it's soft count or microfilm or recycling, whatever it is, that job coach is with them. Initially, we have interviews with them. We teach them interviewing techniques. We teach them daily living skills, which might include hygiene or whatever we feel is necessary to get them placed. We travel train them so that there isn't a need for us to be with them any longer. They know how to get from point A to their job. They know how to punch a time clock. Whatever skills we need, and then we're there with them with that job coach until we feel that they're ready to, really be on their own, and then there are extensive follow-up services after that point.
It seems so positive. We're going to get back to some of the social skills that are developed through the workshops right after we take this brief break. How much social skills, and watching them here today, it seems like everybody's a friend of everyone else. Is that an important role for your organization, is to get these individuals to learn how to deal with other people?
Yes, it is. It's extremely important, and one of the functions is to learn not only how to deal with other clients, to deal with staff, but to deal with the general public. Some of our programs, in fact, do daily living skills, which could be anything as basic as shopping or going to the bank, and where that is, that's one of the focuses, is to try and promote the interaction with the public. And also, especially for our competitive employment, one of the major factors is that we need to teach our clients how to deal with others and identify what some of their specific needs are and work on correcting them and modifying them.
Now, when we talk about the social skills, unfortunately, one of the truths of society is that when some people in our society see an individual like some of your clients, they don't know how to react, and perhaps react the wrong way to somebody who has a physical disability or a mental disability. Do you teach your individuals or deal with the clients and say, this might happen to you when you're out in the public?
Well, the clients pretty much have faced that all their lives. We pretty much try and get them to a point where it's an acceptance. Most of the clients are very friendly. There isn't that fear of the general public. But we do work with them, and we try and really promote to the general public that while our clients are perceived as disabled, they're really very capable and able to work and to live and to lead normal, productive lives.
To a member of the public who's not familiar with an individual who has a disability, how would you advise them to react? Teach somebody out there today how to react.
I would say again that the clients are not going to be harmful. I think that's a perception that a lot of people have, that the clients are going to be harmful, and just because someone does have a disability doesn't make them any less capable or adequate than another person. They need to treat them the way they would want it to be treated themselves. I think that's the most important.
That's a good word of advice. Now, you run some residential homes. We've had the pleasure of being out at one. What's the purpose of the residential units?
The residential units are geared toward the chronically mentally ill program participants, whereas the workshop is geared primarily toward people with mental retardation. For the halfway houses and for the apartments, it is to serve as a transition. A good deal of the clients have been institutionalized, and the progression is that they go to the halfway house, where there is 24-hour supervision, and then they go to semi-supervised apartments, and then on to totally independent living.
And that's what the goal for all these clients through Career Opportunity Development Incorporated. It's a mouthful, and it's a mouthful. But that's really the goal that you're aiming for.
Yes, that is. Once you identify, for us primarily, our goal is to make someone vocationally able to work. And that really takes down a lot of barriers. That opens the doors. That also encourages their residential situation, their income. That involves, how to deal with money and budgeting, and their lives just grow from that point. So really the goal in all of our programs is to maximize an individual's independence.
And that has to be a relief to the parents of these adults who, all through the years, they've been in the school system, but they've lived with the fact that their child has some sort of disability. And now they're getting older, and I'm sure when they have one of their children participating in your programs, they're able to feel a little bit reassured that their child will be able to succeed in life.
Yes, and I think one of the things that we don't, one of the services that we provide that we really don't look at is the respite care that's offered for the parents. Because so many times, if there is a client that is not able to be left alone, what do you do with that client? It's almost do you stay home? Do you not work? We have some parents that have returned to the workforce after 30 years because now we're at a point where their child is through school and they're progressing to be an adult, and they do feel comfortable with the services that are being provided, so they're really able to start, not only the client, but the parent is able to start to lead a more normal life because they have the independence and the freedom knowing that the client is being provided for and trained at the center.
Well, Linda, I want to thank you so much. I think we've seen people living normal lives through CODI and through the tournament, and best of luck in future tournaments.
Thank you very much.
My brother's friend, Rick.
The tournament together. Frank, as the chairman of the board of directors, you must feel good about a first-time event like this. You bring Charles Barkley out, and most importantly, you have the clients all smiling out here.
I do feel good about it. We have, I feel, an excellent day, all told. It's our first event of this type. And getting Charles Barkley was quite a big thing for us. The director, Linda Carney, and the staff and the board members here all did an excellent job. They worked very hard to put it on.
Now, I understand that you're the chairman of the event, and I know what goes into putting a golf tournament together, and it takes a lot of sweat, and the clouds threatened a little bit today, but it still came off, and it was a fun time. I saw you guys were out in the group ahead of Charles, and it appeared everybody was having a good time out on the course.
We had a wonderful time. Some of the shots weren't that great, but overall, we had a wonderful time. The Lord blessed us with beautiful weather, and it was a cool day. The crowd was very lively. The players were really happy, and we just thanked everybody for their cooperation and for their attendance.
Now, you were a non-player. You were running around on the cards as well as you were the social butterfly today, and you were up here with the clients a lot. What did you sense the clients got out of the tournament today?
I think they got a lot of gratification, not necessarily, I'm sure, from the tournament because of the proceeds from the benefit from the proceeds, but I think just seeing Charles and his participation and, watching him come off the course, I think they were very excited about that.
You played with Charles today, and were in the battle up there in that group. How was it to play with a Philadelphia 76er?
Well, I didn't actually play. I was more like their caddy, chasing all the balls that they hit foul. I was doing a lot of running around.
Well, I think it was a good day, and I think you could attest that everybody had a good time.
Most definitely, and it was a worthwhile cause, and I was glad to participate, and I'm glad to be a member of the board.
Well, when we come back from the break, we're going to meet Charles Barkley, and I think our audience is going to be impressed by the individual they're going to hear us talk to. And donate their time for a full day to be with kids like you did today. Why did you come out to the tournament here in Mays Landing?
Well, I think the main reason is the kids are the most special part of the job that I have. The adults get to be a pain sometimes, but anytime you get to work with kids, it gives you a special feeling and a special satisfaction, especially the laughter and the camaraderie with them. It just makes it all worthwhile. It makes all the bad times worth it.
Do you think that, unfortunately, a lot of times professional athletes have that negative image that they don't do something for the community and don't get that recognition? Because I saw you with those kids, and it was just fantastic to see their smiles and to see your interaction, because you were honestly enjoying yourself and giving of yourself.
Well, I think a lot of athletes get a bad rap as far as, because I know a lot of guys do a lot of community service, but it's just not portrayed in the media that much, because most guys, it just depends on where you're at. A lot of guys try to keep a low profile. I try to keep a low profile. I don't really worry about publicizing everything that I do to the media, because I really don't think everything you do is for the media to know. Some things you just do. But a lot of guys do things and the media never finds out about it, which is usually the best way. And I think some athletes have a bad rap for that.
I know that growing up, I always had professional athletes as heroes, and I think situations like this are the type that recreate the hero worship, to see the athletes that you saw, the kids who were talking about watching you on TV all the time and holding you up. And I really think that being out of the tournament, despite how you played golf today, was worth doing. You seem to have a good time with the other golfers, but I saw a couple of missed shots out there.
Oh yeah, my golf game is not as good as it should be or could be, but I play golf for fun. The main reason I play is just to have fun, and I just got to keep that in perspective, because I'm not paid to play golf, so I can just come out and have fun with it.
You're not going to challenge Michael Jordan then out on the golf course yet?
Oh, Michael is somebody I can compete with, but as far as those professionals, they're in a class by themselves. But Michael's a very good player, and I can play with him.
Charles, I just want to thank you for your time. I know that time is an important element in your life, and you have so many demands on it. And I know that the Career Opportunity Development Incorporated appreciated you being here today. And those kids, I know just watching that interaction again, it was worth us being here, and we're glad that you came out.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here. And like I say, the bottom line is the kids are what it's all about.
Thank you, Charles Barkley. Country Club, we met some real heroes. We met the clients from the Career Opportunity Development Incorporated, individuals who are learning social skills, learning work skills, having a good time, and they enjoyed themselves at the golf tournament. This is the first annual one for Career Opportunity Development Incorporated. We also had the privilege of meeting a true American hero, Charles Barkley of the Philadelphia 76ers, who not only just appeared at the tournament, he played in the tournament, met and dealt with the clients all on his own time for no fee, for free. And it's so nice to see somebody that the children of America can look up to, donating his time and really contributing. And he didn't look for the publicity. We just happened to be here and had that opportunity. Career Opportunity Development Incorporated provides services throughout southern New Jersey for individuals who have handicaps, who are mentally retarded, who need special services. If you know of an individual who might qualify, contact CODI, because they'll be glad to talk to you or direct you in the right direction. Or if you know of somebody with a disability who's thinking about going back to work and you have questions about their Social Security benefits, contact us at the Social Security Administration, and we'll be glad to give you some guidance. Next week, we're going to be privileged to have an attorney with us to talk about all types of legal questions. I hope you'll be watching Social Security and You here on Salmon's Communications.